Hey everybody, like you said, my name is Tyler, because statistically one of us had to be. Like, no one's ever surprised when they meet someone named Tyler, right? They're like, oh, you're Tyler? Well, now I know who double parked their Mitsubishi Eclipse outside. That makes sense. I've had a pretty slow start to my day. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Have you ever woken up with a hangover that's so bad that you start to understand prohibition? That ever happened to you guys? Like, I woke up feeling so terrible today, I'm like, yeah, they should ban this for everybody. I don't know how to drink responsibly. And my thing is, I can't figure out a good hangover cure. I was talking to a friend recently, and they told me every time they have a bad hangover, they drink Pedialyte. And I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to start going to the child aisle for my adult mistakes. But my problem is, whenever I start drinking, I have a problem cutting myself off when I think I've had enough to drink, right? Like, I was at a party recently. It was a friend's Christmas. And if you don't know what a friend's Christmas is, that's just where one woman in her 30s will cook for a bunch of people because she'll never have a family of her own. And some of you guys are mad at me for saying that, but some of you thought of a specific person as soon as I said that joke. And I was at this party, and I was like, I'm done drinking. And then my friend turned to me and said, hey, do you want to take a shot of gin? And I was like, no, that's disgusting. Like, gin is the one booze that always makes me throw up. We all have that one kind of alcohol that doesn't sit right with our tummies, right? Gin is that for me. And I was going to say no, but then I turned and saw they were handing me the shot in a Ninja Turtles cup, and I was like, I'm not going to say no to Donatello, right? Like, I know the difference between what's right and what's wrong, but if someone gave me, like, a SpongeBob SquarePants crack pipe, I'm not sure what I would say. I drink a lot during the week because I work at a Chicago public school, and something I don't like when people say is like, oh, that's so cool, you work with kids? It's like, nah, I don't work with kids, I work against them. And the hardest part about working with like younger kids like I do is they're constantly trying to figure out how life works, but sometimes they'll ask questions that are situational to them, but have huge implications for how life works. Like a 5-year-old came up to me crying more than I've ever seen a human being cry. It was like a sorority rush week level of tears. And I'll never forget the words this kid said. She goes, Mr. Tyler, no one's making me happy right now. I'm like, how am I supposed to tell her, like, yeah, that's how it's always going to be. I don't know, download Candy Crush or join a fantasy football league. That's all I figured out so far. And that question stuck with me for a really long time, because I'm someone that spends way too much time, like, thinking about past situations that have already happened, or thinking about the future of how I can, like, control every situation. I'm a classic overthinker. Is anybody else here classic clapping or a classic overthinker? Okay. And if you're not clapping, you're probably overthinking if you should be clapping, so you're seen, all right? One thing I like to do a lot with my girlfriend is we'll watch reality dating shows. During the lockdown, I think I watched every single reality dating show that's ever existed. Like, I watched Too Hot to Handle, 90 Day Fiancé, Married at First Sight, The Ultimatum, Love Island UK, Love is Blind, Love is Patient, Love is Kind, Love is Deaf. It's not even getting into all like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, The Bachelor in Paradise, The Bachelor Winter Games, The Bachelor Summer Games, The Bachelor Listen to Your Heart, The Bachelor Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So how are they pumping these things out, you know? I love those because it's important to learn how to be in a communication with your partner, right? I think that's the most important. I was at a professional hockey game recently, and I saw a couple that they must have figured out the worst way to communicate with one another, and it was someone apologizing to their girlfriend over the Jumbotron. Like, you know how they'll show tweets on there sometimes? This one was just, Jess, I'm sorry for crashing your car, but we still made it to the game. # Go Hawks. It's like, you don't go to that game, you know? Like, I just want to meet these couple that, like, this girl's clearly been gaslit by her boyfriend so much that she knows he'll never apologize unless it's at a professional sports game. Like, I want to go to a game later in summer that's like, Jess, I understand that I didn't take out the garbage, and it's not just asking the physical task of doing that, but listening and respecting to you as a partner. # Go Cubs Go. And like, I feel so bad for all my single friends. Like, they all are struggling on the apps and everything. I actually think what we should start doing is just, as soon as you find someone that you like love or like on the app and you want to like move forward with them, we should just start forcing couples to live with each other for short 30-day periods. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to start my own business that exclusively does short-term leases for new couples. I'm going to call it, Is It Real Estate, right? And we'll put you through little challenges just like those shows. The first week, you got to get to know each other. How do you get to know each other best? There's 2 grams of cocaine sitting on the cardboard table in the shape of a heart. Week 2 is the in-law awkward challenge, and that's where both of your parents visit you in a weekend, but during that weekend, you have to watch 1 season of Mad Men just to see how they react during sex scenes. Or they're like, ew, gross, or hey, when are we getting grandkids? 3rd week, we take your bathroom door away. Figure out each other's pooping schedule. It's important. Have a system. Every time I'm in there to do that, I play a certain song so my girlfriend knows. It's the Monster Mash. Week 3, or the final week, you're probably wondering what's the ultimate test of love where you could one day be as a couple, and that is where we're going to put a baby in your apartment. We're going to see if the 2 of you want to own your own child someday together. And you might be wondering at this point in the joke, where am I going to find all these random children I can put in apartments across the country? Well, I told you earlier, I work at a Chicago public school, so I have a lot of fun. And if that doesn't work out, I'm going to start my own separate side business where parents can rent out their children to new couples. And of course, I'm going to call this business Airbnb. And my name's Tyler. Thank you guys so much.